more coaching move here. The Commanders are moving on from Ron Rivera, which is probably the least shocking of all of these. Nothing against Ron Rivera, but his time was just done. Heck of a coach in Carolina. Did the
Mm-hmm.
best he could in Washington, all things considered, with Daniel Snyder and
Yeah, all the drama off the field going
all
on.
the drama off the field. Uh, you got Martin Mayhew as your GM, so you're not really getting the great talent that other teams are getting. So, all things considered, Ron Rivera did the best he could,
Mm-hmm.
but he was just not being dealt a good hand. Hopefully, Washington, though, can turn things around because honestly, when all four teams in the NFC East are competitive, the NFL is a lot more fun to watch for me.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
all four of those teams are in it, that's just football's more fun. Like football's more fun anyways. But you get those four teams going, and it's just a different league. It feels like
Right.
so. Instant reaction. You Again, I'm thinking of the roster here. Is there anybody on that roster that excites you right now? I'm trying to think of who's on that team because they traded away their defensive lineman
Yeah,
and Sweat,
Sweat and
and
Young.
yeah,
Those would have been the two guys I was excited about.
I think they might have a couple of players on offense that are like Scary Terry. I think he's still there.
Yeah, he was there. You do have the two, the good duo running backs. Um, was it Brian Robinson and Antonio Gibson? I believe were the two. I had them both in my fantasy league. That's the only reason why I know them. I believe that's the running backs.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what they do. Oops, 1 second. I'm adding stuff because this is going a little bit faster than I thought it was going to go. So I'm adding a couple things that I wanted to talk about today.
No, that's fine. Who do you think they'll go after for head coaching? With
So
not much
ag-
talent there.
again, you have to. So Rivera's on the defense side, like you said. You want to swing back and forth. It depends on how much money the owner wants to spend too, because and how much power they want to give to the new coach. Because if you want to throw the checkbook and give power, this is Harbaugh. I mean, I think Harbaugh's going to go to the Chargers. We'll talk about that in a second here. But just how much say you could give somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Vrabel. Let's go Vrabel. I think this would be a good culture change. I know he's defensive minded, but I mean, you need somebody to come in there and basically set the culture, especially after the mess. And again, nothing against Ron Rivera. I think he was an excellent coach, but it just
Right.
felt like this year that like it was the inmates controlling the asylum, and that's not going to happen under Vrabel. So I'm going to say Vrabel should head out there to the nation's capital and help out.
I actually think this would be a great spot for Harbaugh. Um, Even though there's not much talent, but you got because right now, if people don't know, he literally lives right next to his mom and dad. You say, "Mom and Dad, sell your house. We're gonna go to Washington D.C. You're gonna be across the river, whatever, to your other son that's in Baltimore,
Yep.
and you can live in between." I think this would be a great spot for him because you know how much he loves his dad. You saw it in the post game and everything. So happy. I think this would be a great spot for him. And I mean, look at what he's done with all these teams that he's coached.
No, he wins everywhere he goes.
Yeah,
Like that's
starting
why
back.
he's
Yeah,
yeah, that's why he's in these conversations
so I,
because
I would if I would probably say he would go there just because he's got his brother there. He can bring the whole family because why wouldn't you want your whole family in one area?
yeah.
And then you get that chance to meet your brother in the Super Bowl for another rematch.
Yep.
In the
I've never the I think it was the game against Alabama. I saw highlights of Jim's dad. I never realized how much he looked like his dad. I'm like, how much did he age during this game? Holy crap!
right, it looks like Jim Harbaugh put on one of those old man
Yeah,
mask and stuff.
like bad
Yeah,
grandpa.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah. It was crazy. But yeah, that's one of those spots for Harbaugh. And again, there's now, let's see, Seattle, one, two, three, four, five, six. There's 7 openings as of today. There's a couple more on the fence, like the Patriots, for example. We're not sure what's going to happen with Belichick. Mike Tomlin has hinted at possibly retiring, so the Steelers' job, I doubt he will,
Yeah.
but you never know, especially after all the crazy news of today.
Today, especially, yeah.
Yeah. So there's still potentially a couple more jobs. The Bears have said that they're going to keep Eberflus. A lot of teams have fired coordinators and linebackers coaches and running back coaches. So there's still going to be a lot of coaching movement going on. We're just focusing on the head coaching because that's what gets the attention. The next one we're going